Hi folks, Dave, the Honest Audiophile, and today we're going to take a look at the Topping D90. I want to thank Opus Audio for sending over the Topping D90 for review. Do greatly appreciate it. Opus Audio, you rock. Alright, so the Topping D90 digital to analog converter. It's got to be good. It has two high-res stickers, and it is solidly built. A little hefty. Has some good feet here on the bottom, a little bit of fuse, and I mean it's not that big and it won't take up a whole lot of space on the desk, but yet at the same time it is solidly built, will not flop around. Also, it's kind of a plain Jane build. It's well built, but it just kind of will just blend in and not stand out because of some, spectacularly colored or really oddball design. It's just kind of plain Jane, vanilla, simple, stay out of the way type of design. I kind of like it. Okay, so on the front you have a power and select button, and then over here you have volume up and down. Big huge screen. On the back side you have your outputs, XLR and RCA, and then you have all of your inputs, I2S, optical, USB, coax, Bluetooth, AES, and then you have your power supply and your power switch. Overall, I like the build of the Topping D90. Does a very nice job of spacing on the back, so if you have all your cables plugged in, nothing is jumbled or getting in the way of each other. They all kind of stand apart, well spaced, and it's a very well designed DAC amp. Or excuse me, DAC, not an amp. This is a DAC only. Bluetooth. The Bluetooth connector works very well. It connected to all the devices that I tried connecting to it. Phone, DAPs, laptops, didn't matter. They all input very well right into the Topping D90. No problems whatsoever staying connected. Found it afterwards after things were turned off and turned back on. It was just a very simple and quick setup to get the Bluetooth working. As far as the other inputs, all the other inputs worked very well as well. Had no issues whatsoever. USB, downloaded the driver, and everything just worked fantastic. This does do up to DSD 512. This is the non-MQA version. You can get an MQA version for an extra $100. Rant. Why? You're already paying $750 for the non-MQA. Why are you going to charge an extra $100 for MQA if MQA is important to you? At the $750 price tag, it should include MQA in my opinion. That's a hefty price tag. You can get other devices that are a lot cheaper that already include MQA. So why not include the MQA at the price tag? All right, ran over. Alright, so this is the non-MQA version. It played very well, DSD 512, and all the other rates and files had no problems whatsoever with it playing a file, unless it was MQA. And then the only other thing that really matters is, how's it sound? Well, for amplifiers, I did plug it into, for balanced, I used my Gishelli Labs Arish, and everything else was single-ended, and that was the Phonitor SE by SPL, also a Gishelli Labs Archel 2, and a Tor Audio Roger. Played well on everything, had no problems whatsoever connecting and sounding good. The Topping D90 is the best sounding topping I have ever heard. Now, I have owned a few toppings in the past, and I have reviewed a few toppings in the past, and one thing that Topping has always had is a little bit of a sterile, very clinical sound, and sometimes the treble could be a little bit harsh. Not the case on the Topping D90. This is the most pleasurable and pleasing sounding topping I have ever heard. And it does a good job of not coloring up the sound and being very revealing, but at the same time adding just enough of that musicality to it that it's not going to grate your ears like a cheese grater. This is a very good DAC. I really enjoy this. This is by far the best sounding topping that I've ever heard. And I have no complaints and I have no reservations about recommending the Topping D90. This thing is spectacular. If you have the price, or you have the funds available for the price tag, if you want all of the inputs that it has, if you want Bluetooth, if you want all of that, and all you want is balanced out and RCA out, this thing is spectacular. How does it compare versus other DACs that I have? Well, I have other DACs. I have the Mytek Liberty, Soulcrest DAC 1421, a Gishelli Labs JNOG, and on loan I have an IFI Audio, a Diablo, and also a Burson Audio Playmate 2. And this is very comparable. It plays music, sounds great, and it makes me sit and enjoy. But there is one thing that those other DACs have that this does not. And that is they have a little bit more body and they have a little bit more natural sound. The Topping D90, in my opinion, compared to those others, just lacks the naturalism that is in music. To me, this is a little too clinical and a little bit too squeaky clean, but it is by far the most pleasurable squeaky clean that I've ever heard. But it still has that sterileness about it. And the other DACs seem to add just a little bit more body, a little bit more natural tone and timbre that the Topping D90 just can't offer. If you're looking for a sterile, clinical, analytical DAC, Topping D90 all the way, if you can afford it. If you're looking for something with a little bit more musicality, I would look elsewhere. I really like the Topping D90. Highly recommend it. It's a little bit pricey. Wish that it included MQA. But overall, the Topping D90 is the best topping that I have ever heard. It's been Dave, the Honest Audiophile. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video. Speaking of next video, somewhere on the screen, subscription link, notification bell. If you haven't already, please check those off. Don't forget to give a like, comment, and subscribe. And also, don't forget to check out the affiliate link for Apos Audio in case you want to support the Honest Audiophile channel by purchasing something from Apos. Maybe you want to purchase a Topping D90. Check out that affiliate link. And then also there's all kinds of other information, how you can follow the channel, support the channel, and contact the channel, music playlists, gear recommendations, all kinds of good stuff are down below in those descriptions. So check out the links down below. Thank you very much. This has been Dave, the Honest Audiophile. I'll catch you next time.